The junior market is really bad right now for developers. I have a theory as to why I think it's bad, and it may be incorrect, but here's my general theory, is that right now we have a bunch of people that don't that are very excited about changing their life, right? And so this is a really positive thing, right? And tech is one of the few fields in which anybody with willpower can enter, which is also an incredible thing, right? Like, imagine the fact that we get to just, like, if you want it bad enough, you get it. That just does not exist in a lot of fields. But one of the hard parts is that right now, a lot of people are all trying to get in. And so you have this whole problem, which is, how do you stand out? How do you look different than everybody else? And that's really, really difficult. And I know there's a lot of disenfranchised people. There's a lot of people that just come in and all they have is like, hey, I'm good at React. I know how to use Tailwind. And they're like, oh, okay. Next, what do you do? I'm good at React. I use Tailwind. Okay. Next, what do you do? I have a portfolio. I use React and Tailwind. Oh, okay, cool. And next person. It's just like, it's like this wheel of the same person coming in over and over and over again. And I think it's really going to be, it's going to be exceptionally difficult for anybody to find a job in this market. And I genuinely feel so dang bad for this. I'll stand out with my weather app. Exactly. It's just like, dude, you and everybody else is coming with the exact same thing and presenting it as if you're different, but you're all building the same thing. And I truly think Annie said this thing the best. This right here. You took a JavaScript bootcamp, made a few basic web apps just like the tutorial showed you, and now you're getting in, and now you're writing engineer in your bio. You feel like an imposter because you are one, brother. There's people that look at that as gatekeeping and all these negative things, but I just take a step back and really think about what she is saying. Like, you haven't done anything yet. How are you going to get a job when you literally are the same as everybody else? Like, you got to become that engineer you say you are. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's harsh. There's nicer ways to say things, but hell, this is Twitter. This is Twitter. And so it's just like, yeah, if that's what you've done, then I hate to break it to you, everybody else has done that. So what's the next thing? Again, this is why we have this huge open source problem with people coming in and making these crappy PRs, because what are they told? You need to stand out. Well, what's one way to stand out? Oh man, everybody celebrates open source, and here we are. We've created perverse incentives. Sometimes the nice way to say it is to say it bluntly. It is true, because sometimes it's just way easier to be like, this is the problem. And so it's like, I don't want people making crappy PRs to open source. I don't want people to feel bad because they just know JavaScript and they've been through a boot camp. But know the reality and then defeat the reality. And if that's like too hard for you, if that feels impossible, like, I don't think dev is for you. Because dev is a lifelong willingness to experience time and time again being defeated by something. And for you to take the defeat and make it into success. Like, that is what dev is. And there'll become times where you'll fall into roles where you can move faster and things are easier. It's never like permanent awful, right? In fact, it gets even more and more fun as time goes on, because the defeats are bigger picture. The things that you build are bigger. And the reason why you can build and envision big things is because you first were somebody that had a boot camp title that just did JavaScript, and you spent the next year failing to get to something bigger, and you can see bigger pictures. Jonathan Blow said, if you think you're not good, you are not. I mean, if you can't soberly judge yourself, absolutely true. I'm going to spam this one more time. Okay, yeah. Let's see what you got to say, Judo. Judo, you tend to have some pretty good based takes here. Modest proposal. Yeah, I saw this. I saw this. This is good. Like, you got to remember that most people that are coming out of boot camps are coming in right here, right? And so, like, that's a huge portion of the programmers right now. So how do you get out of that? It's effing hard. I'm not saying that things are easy, and I'm not trying to tell you, like, I'm making no concessions to things being easy, and I will never tell you ever in your lifetime that easy is okay. Your perspective is valid, but any idea how to fix the problem? The thing is you can't fix this problem. You can't fix the problem in the sense that people need quality engineers. You need to become seasoned. And as I believe Mary from Lord of the Rings said, shortcuts make long delays. There's no way to get experience other than time. And that means if you want to get more experience, you have to spend more time. So if the person that's spending 80 hours a week for a year or 2 years, do you think they're going to be better than the person that's spending 30 hours a week for 2 years? Oh, but really, you do your best work with, like you hear this all the time. Well, guess who's going to be better, right? I understand that your best work may be your first 30 hours, but an extra 50 hours every week is going to make a big difference. You know what I mean? 80 is unsustainable? Of course it is. Of course it's unsustainable, but it's something that a lot of people had to do. I did it for multiple years. Hell, 60 is unsustainable. That's actual horse shit. 60 is not unsustainable. 80 is too much. Okay, 80 is too much for you. You just got to understand that what are you trying to do? You're trying to make a change in your life. And when it comes to experience, again, this is like experience is a function of time. You get to choose. You're right. Don't do 60 then. But that means the years you need to get good at something just simply goes big. Predictably falls off a cliff after 30 to 40. Yeah, it falls off a cliff, but you're still learning and still getting better. That's the thing is people confuse learning and becoming experienced with like peak productivity. Your experience simply doesn't go like this. Like it's not like right here and then at the 30 to 40 hour mark, it goes like this. Like that's not what happens. It goes like this. And then you got to get like a good day off, 2 days off, and then boom, you're back up here. And you like, this is still really valuable time. And if you do this for a long time, it genuinely pays off. And it's not the life I wish anybody had to live, okay? It's not a great life. There's nothing good about this. But it is still, like, how else are you going to get 10,000 hours? Real talk. Someone tell me a way to get 10,000 hours faster than doing 10,000 hours. And I would love to take that. Whatever you suggest, if anyone can give me a shortcut on 10,000 hours, I will take that immediately. Like right now. I would time travel, I would say watching tutorials. Like really, like if you can give me a shortcut, I'll take it right now. Anyways, the Odin project is sweet. Lucid dreaming coding, talent. I mean, talent does actually shortcut it. You are actually 100% correct. So when people talk about that 10,000 hour thing, what people forget is that, that's why people always say hard work beats talent. And it's very, very simple. It's because hard work, the problem is you need 10,000 hours, right? This is like what people say makes you a master, blah, 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 blah. It's not technically true, especially in computer science. It's not true. It's more like you need 100,000 hours to be really a master at computer science and the whole field of software engineering. But regardless of that, hard work means you do 10,000 hours. Talent is simply a multiplier in front of those 10,000 hours. Now, for some people, you can get the exact same benefit with only 8,000 hours. Some people, it might take 12,000 hours. Like talent reduces or increases time, and that's that.